Hey everybody, I'm Bonnie Curry. This is the best part of my job today. It's From the Couch with TobyMac.
Boom.
Boom. I am so glad you're here because I have so many questions to ask. First, let's talk about your career at this point in time, where there have been times over the years where you've been on the show with me and you were young doing backflips off the back of the stage. So I think that's my first question. Have you been doing backflips off the back of the stage?
I have not, but
Not anymore.
I do stage dive here and there.
That is amazing.
I'm not
to me.
scared to do that. I like it.
That is amazing.
I
to
trust
me.
the people. It's just it's a leap of faith. you
Yeah,
know
what
I mean?
happens if they don't actually catch you one day?
Oh,
You're
I've
like,
landed on chairbacks.
Yeah, you know, kind of thing.
I'd hate to land on a chairback now. Now I kind of test the waters, do a couple fakies.
You know, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump. You guys got me? Gonna get me?
No, but it's still just so sweet. You know, it's so feel completely passionate and energized. And I'm not like unaware of how long I've been doing it or anything.
Right.
I'm totally in the reel, but
Right.
I love it. Like I'm
What's the best
finishing
part of
this
your
record.
job? What's the best part of your job?
I think like a concert.
Really?
Because like right now I'm finishing these songs up. My record will come out this fall.
So excited.
But what's going on is like then so you're working on these songs, you're praying, you're thinking about the people that are going to listen to these songs you're literally writing them, thinking about the families, the people, and then all of a sudden that song, as you were praying about it, and it comes into fruition, and those people you all meet at this one place called a concert, and they're singing that song along with you.
That is
it's
so cool.
sort of like that's probably the most like sweetest moment for an artist, especially if you're a songwriter too.
Yeah.
To see that song come together with those people.
See them mouthing the words back at you.
Yeah, and knowing that, and we have the assurance of knowing that you're sprinkling good things on them. You know what I mean? It's not just whatever. It's songs about the King that we're rejoicing around, and like about life and the trenches we get in ourselves in, and trying to get up out of them and being there for each other and all the things that come with this crazy world.
So much has changed in terms of our lives and the message that we're trying to get across to people today. Because I think, I always hear, well, the good old days. But I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like it's a very different walk for Christians today. What's the message coming out in your music today? Have you changed your message in terms of where you were, back with DC Talk and where you are now? Has that message changed for you?
It has for me a little.
Tell me how.
Like, then it was more proclamation. Like, and I'll write an occasional proclamation song.
Right.
But I really write songs about, I think just as you live a little more life, you become more aware of your weaknesses.
A little bit.
And I think you go from proclaiming with your fist high in the air, although like Till the Day I Die does that on this record. But I mean, generally, I think I'm just so aware of my need.
Yeah.
That I'm writing songs from this posture of need, from the posture of like, I'm a little man, but I know a big God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of that. And I think also just sort of, I think it's sort of loosened up, and we can write songs about more struggles and like, I don't know, about struggling with relationships, forgiving people. Just like I feel like it used to be like the sort of guy that has to stand up there and act like he's perfect. Now I think everybody knows it's like the things come down, the big high, what would you call it? The thing that the Wizard of Oz hides behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The curtain, I guess. And like now it's sort of like here we are. We are people that fail and struggle and stumble just like you, and we're in this together.
Yeah.
And I think it's more from that perspective. That was a long answer, sorry.
I got a message. No, it's a good answer, actually. I'm like, that's why we do. I got a message from a kid on Facebook, 13 years old, and talked about wanting to commit suicide. And said that music by you and other artists were some of the biggest reasons that he was able to keep going. At first I thought about it and I thought, a 13-year-old kid that's thinking about suicide. Do you ever feel overwhelmed about the people that come to your music and what it means to them? How do you deal with that? I mean, you have people that just go, dude, you're awesome, your music is so fun. And then you've got this kid that literally goes, your songs have helped him stay alive. How does that make you feel?
It's beyond me. Like literally, It's something I could never fathom. I just try to write songs about my own struggles and the things I'm going through, and if they reach out and touch someone's heart, it's strictly a God thing. It's nothing I planned. It's nothing I can position for. I do think music is interesting because, like, as I'm raising my kids, I'm noticing that this just came to me, but I'm like I noticed that sometimes what my kids won't take from me, they'll take from one of my friends.
Yes.
They'll listen to, and music's kind of that friend.
I think so.
You know what I mean? It gets in that place where the defenses are down a bit, and someone's listening, and it has a chance to speak a little life into their heart.
Yeah. I told him when he was struggling and feeling a little angry, I said, there's a song that he did. It's called The Slam. And I said, I want you to listen to it. And I said, it's got a great beat to it. And I said, but it's about somebody else in your life being powerful and strong when you aren't.
Yeah.
And so I know he's going to watch this because he's a big fan of yours. And his name is Justin. What message would you have for Justin today?
Yeah, I think, Justin, I would just say that you have a God that loves you, that cares about everything you're feeling, and you can talk to him and you can tell him what you feel. You can scream, you can yell, you can laugh, you can be yourself with him, because he knows exactly who you are, and he's concerned with you. He takes time for you and you alone, and that's what I would tell you, because it seems a lot of times like God is this distant thing.
Yeah.
But God is close to you and wants to hear from you. He's longing to hear from you.
That's a pretty good message. Yeah. Tell me about this album. Tell me about what's coming up for TobyMac.
Well, we put a song out a few months ago in January called I Just Need You.
It's a good song.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a good song.
Thank you. I was grateful that it was a last-second thing. I was struggling with the song.
Really?
Yeah, really struggling with it.
And that's the first one you pop out.
Yeah, because it kept going through different versions, and it just didn't seem like it was going to work, but it just all of a sudden it's like one day it worked. And so anyway, I had all these other songs that looked like they would be before that. So I'm pretty far along the way, like way further than normal, and really grateful about that.
We get pretty jazzed when you come out with new albums. As a radio person, I just go, come on, Toby, go faster.
We need to change that. We need to sign more artists.
Yeah, I need to kind of put a little of the pressure back on you, because you have worked with so many artists. I know that Mandisa and I are pretty good friends, actually. We get to talk to each other. And how many artists do you work with on a regular basis? I mean, it's got to be almost infinite feeling.
It's special, like, from Holland to Ryan Stevenson, to a new artist I signed called Aaron Cole. These are guys I get to. I mean, they're texting me. I got text from Holland today,
Toby.
talking about a song, asking my opinion on it. And like, I'm
You're
just
like the godfather of Christian music here.
I'm just grateful to it gives me life.
It's a cool legacy.
It gives me life. It's painful sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's like at some point they sort of like become independent of you.
Yeah, they do.
And it's like a little painful.
Yeah.
But the front end is important, and like I probably get as much out of it as they do, because I enjoy the process of writing songs and thinking this would sound good on you and watching the people react to it. And no matter how independent they go, every time they all usually come back and say, hey bud, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think there's a lot of love for that. If you weren't doing this, like at one day when you go, okay, your cool hat, put that down, what does it look like for you if you're not doing music? Like if you ever decided, okay, I'm done with this, I have finished the job, what do you want to do?
I think just recently I've come to the conclusion that it won't be finished.
You will never finish?
No, I really think that now.
You're going to be 90 years old, hobbling
I honestly never thought that.
This is a slam.
I didn't think that, but as I've watched myself become more classic in it, and become okay with that, and aware of it, and like as I'm doing it, it's like I'm writing songs right now that I feel like are timeless. Yeah. And even when I listen back, 2 records ago, was Me Without You, and
it's a good song.
Lose My Soul was
Yeah.
3 records ago, and Made to Love was 4 records
Yeah.
ago. All those songs you can perform,
Yeah.
and I just think there'll always be a place for that. It might not be the biggest stage on the biggest night with the biggest show, but there's always going to be a place for songs that resonate with people. So, like, I'm not looking to do it forever,
Right.
but I think I humbly say, I think the demand will be there.
I think we're fine with it. You could be
Yeah.
90 and I'd still go, here's TobyMac. 40 years from now, I'm like, dude, you're still going. That's awesome.
I just think people, when a song meets someone where they are, you want to hear it, and you want to hear from the guy that wrote it.
Yeah.
And so, like, that is quite an honor. I feel honored. You know what I mean? I feel grateful. It's God. I walk in the studio and I beg God to breathe songs through me that turn people's eyes to Him, and He's been faithful, and it's really that simple.
It's good that you're still doing this.
Yeah, thanks.
40 years from now, I'm okay with it too.
I doubt it'll be 40 years.
It'd be so funny though.
That would be jacked up.
I will still be like, everybody, here's TobyMac with yet another album. He's 105 now, but he's rocking out. Here we go. So I think we're going to be fine with that. So, from the couch with TobyMac, who's going to be rocking when he's 90,
Boom.
Bonnie Curry.
This is the slam. This is the one.